Hello, the game has started. I'm playing the bot. Bot is opened with Kaibai. I have a Val heavy rack and looking at ways to get rid of maximum vowels. I suppose aerobe is one way. What about the K? Keeper. I'd like to keep one of those E's. Keeper for 24. Okay. The bot plays Glebe. Gorditas is one that jumps to mind as a bingo through the eye. Gorditas. What about the E? Goadster. Doesn't work. Doesn't fit. What about the R? No. Okay, Gorditas it is. Okay, the bot has played well. I have the X and a fairly balanced rack, so I should be able to score here. Is there a bingo? Exostat. What about this L? Let's try exostat. No, no good. Must be mixing it up with something. Now I do have Axel for a good score here. That's 36. Actually, not as good a score as I was hoping. What about an EXT play here? Extat. Just not seeing. I've got box here, and I might go ahead and play that. I'm not going to play boxes. Actually, there is some merit because it blocks what opponent can do with the L. But the ES is so good for the rack. I'm going to keep it on the rack here. Box for... I was just wondering if I had an N for inbox, but I don't. Box for 45. Volant, okay. What do I have here? the IEST ending. So I have Teariest as a bingo there. Teariest. Volant takes an ES. Volantes for future reference. What about something through the G? Gaseotes, no. I'm not seeing anything through the G. So I'll go with Teariest. 62. Okay, the bot has exchanged. That's handy. Now I have Hetere, which has a number of different spellings, but is there a bingo through the S? Maybe a play beginning ASH. Ashere. No, just not seeing it. So let's go with Hetere. Hetere, like that. 72. Okay, the bot's played Indol. I have a fairly balanced rack here. And I have money next to Hetere. That's a 30-point play. There's bound to be something even better, I'd say, with these tiles. Something like fours. That's 35 with a good rack leave, actually. I quite like this. Hetere doesn't take an S. So what about... Yeah, I quite like this play. Fours for 35. Terrible pickup, but I can't complain. I've had some good racks so far. How best to resolve this rack? O takes an M, so what about a UM? Y double E's no good. Neum would be a little bit foolish, especially with that rack leave. So how best to get rid of these vowels? What about Aina? 14. The Z is yet to come. I think that's a bit unnecessarily volatile. Now Mani is good. $28. Okay, the bot's played round, and unfortunately the best I have here is just plonking the S down. I don't think that makes much sense. Not a great rack this, but I think whoosh might be good. Whoosh. No, it's kursh with a Q, but why does that ring a bell? Uhuru onto a U, no third U floating out there. Let's have a look at whoosh. No, it's no good. Wow, what to do here? Not much synergy happening with these guys. Ruru is good. I don't want to play Ruru here, it just opens a Q spot. $20 tiles. Do I change the U's? What about a WH play here? I might just, because I'm taking out a Z spot by playing here, so I will go with Wuss for 22. Savant, okay. Now, Prach is good. So I can play, it's a bit clunky this rack. 24 also takes out a hot Z spot across there. Opponent plays Cos and gets 49, so he's catching up, but I think I have enough of a lead. During no good. Injuring. Curing would be good, but that just provides a floater. Duping is good. That's what I should have played first. Duping. Oh, duping's not a... It's not a verb. What am I thinking of? I think I'll go with curing. Even if opponent bingos, I should be okay. Now I've got 21 seconds. What am I going to do with the J? Rodgies. And then opponent goes out with Comade. So that was the end of the game, 417 to 330. Let's see what we missed. So Kai Bai was the opponent, and then I had keeper a peak a better rack leave, slightly, but not much in it. Glebe for 23 came down, and then I had Gorditas, and Godster did play. Oh, it played through this E, and I was looking at this E here. So I could have got an extra point, although I would have left a vowel next to a double letter. Actually, yes, I would have. So that could have been a heavy comeback score. I still like Gorditas as it didn't expose the trip. Well comes down for 23. Then Box for 45 was best. I took a while on this move. Volant for 30 was the bot. And then, there were a few bingos. So what did I play? Terriest, but etatiste. Etatiste through the T, this T. Much of a muchness. Terriest came down. Now exchange for the bot, no vowels. And now I had a bingo hetere, but whore eater. Wow. Through the T. Whore eater, putting the H at L1. Yeah, a little volatile, but obviously the highest scoring bingo. Earache. That was at 14E. Okay, across the top. Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad because ACH gets tripled and then the E. 75. I went with hetere for 72. That seems okay. Indol for 23 was the bot, and then Foys for 35 was best from this rack. I thought there might be a higher scoring or a better equity score, but no, that one looked okay. Aft for 27 was the bot, and then Maney for 28 got rid of a whole bunch of vowels and scored well. Then opponents got round for 28 and wushu. Okay, that's a word I'm not only vaguely familiar, so that would have been a nice score. Wushu, but I don't know about playing it down here, leaving the U in the trip lane with the Q unseen. That could be a monster 90-point play. So I don't know. It's a good score and it gets rid of 2 U's. Maybe it is worth the risk. It was also playable at 14K. Making manies. Wushu. But yeah. Anyway, I played Wus, and it did serve a purpose in kind of blocking the hook for Maney, because that was a useful bingo lane as well with one blank unseen, because Maney takes an S. So opponent has Savant for 44, big score. Chur was the play here, I'd say. 4A. Remaining tiles not particularly bingo-y, but if the opponent's got a blank and a few flexible tiles, a 9-timer could have been played, but unlikely. I think Chur would have been the way to go. Or Pug, slightly better than Prach. Although I did have 2 R's, so I like getting rid of one of them at least. Now, this is a nice rack, but opponent, the board's pretty tight and the bot doesn't really have much space to look at bingo prospects. 49, big score, keeping the blank. And he's about 100 behind now. I went with curing. Jews 20, curing. Yeah, there weren't a whole lot of great scores on offer. Anki for 27, but yeah, I don't like the rack leave. So curing seems fine. Now Chi for 34 comes down for the bot, using the blank, and still 80 points behind, so not getting back into it. Rogi's was best for 21, and then Comade was the outplay by the bot. So, pretty good game there. I hope you enjoyed watching that one, and I will see you next time.